I just hit record. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. Accent Core episode .36. It's Monday the 26th. Because we're just talking about Gold Lewis Dixon, and I don't want to just have to do it again. I'm Kevin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm Drew.
I'm Nolan.
Anyway, we were talking about Gold Lewis Dixon. He has like all his moves.
He's the new character for Guilty Gear. If you're unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Lewis swings his
And he has like, oh, you probably heard like a little bit of me clicking on the video and it not being muted. Don't worry, podcast listeners. Anyway, like he has like this move called Behemoth Typhoon, and it's just half circle, heavy slash, but every half circle.
Yep.
So like
you go top to bottom,
left to right,
bottom right,
like all
back
of them.
to forwards.
And they're all in the air too.
Excepting the like OG Tiger Knee input. There's no like diagonals. Those don't count. It's only cardinal directions.
Yeah. Half circles, to me, are one of the fighting game moves that, for some reason, are like, do not come out well for me.
You probably either skip the down back or you hit it before the back.
That's what usually happens to me.
Yeah. Like quarter circles are fine. Dragon punches are fine. Sometimes, like, the gear shifter is fine, but I have to be thinking about it. The old 360, 720 is sometimes okay, but like, But like half circles are the one that I always like can't quite do. Especially this one. Like, I feel like with Gold Lewis, especially the ones going from like up to down, I feel like if I would do it, I would jump way too many times.
So, okay, I'm curious to know. That's one of those things where I don't know the frame data about like pre-jump frames. But if it's like, because that's up, diagonal, sideways, diagonal, down.
Yeah.
Is 5 inputs. So if you had more than 5 pre-jump frames, what doesn't that mean? Like, you're always gonna jump before it comes out?
I don't know. It's very mysterious. I like that he's weird, though.
It's very easy to get accidental pre-jump frame. Like,
yeah.
And if you're really good and you have the sickest of reads, it means you can like, oh, you're about to like throw me? Yeah, I pre-jump canceled my Hadoken just to swag.
It also feels like maybe that's why they made him air okay. So like, like what if you did your accidental up to down, but like instead you now had like the short hop variant because you did the bad input of it.
Yeah.
So like it makes you look even more impressive. Like, whoa, this dude's doing like insta airs. It's like, no, I'm just sloppy.
Yo, he Tiger Kneed his, let's see, up, back, up, udbd. He Tiger Kneed ubd.
Man, this guy's a monster.
Also, I don't know, that may be one of those where you always, whenever you jump, you just plan on doing that one when you land.
Yeah.
Or you buffer it into a normal. Out of a normal.
Yeah, I could see that. Like that's
I kind of wait to see the combos have it, which is quarter circle forward. Oh, sorry, half circle forward, half circle back, half circle down back, half circle up down, and it's just continuous.
Yeah. Or you can be a total genius and all you do is just spin 360s and just occasionally tap the heavy slash.
Oh, that's gonna be a very good Twitter video of the person who's just like, you see their hand and they're just grinding the butter and occasionally mashing heavy slash and like just perfecting the other person.
everyone with a hitbox is not happy about this. Is the other big
See,
thing.
I'm very curious to know. This game, like most modern fighting games, has input shortcuts. So I'm wondering if you need to hit the diagonals, or if it's hitbox can literally just be like, oh, I just do up, back, down, up, forward, down, and like that's all I need to hit, and then heavy slash. Like I feel, yeah, I feel like it might be easier on hitbox than stick. Like it's just like it's 3 directions for them instead of 5.
Maybe. That'll be for the scientist to know.
Yeah, it'll be okay if they can input it, the shortcuts in or not.
Or just don't play them.
Yeah. Now, I was really excited to play him until I saw the other systems he has, which is security.
Yeah. It feels, I don't know how I'm mixed on my extra bars for fighting characters.
I like them. I'm always a fan, except for Black. Okay, I don't know. BlazBlue is weird because everyone has their own separate bar that does different things, and that's maybe too much.
Too much.
But I know I liked RoboKai, and I liked juggling like heat system.
But that's more like a replacement bar. I'm okay with like a replacement.
No, because he has 2. He has like one where he builds meters separately than the rest of the cast just for supers. But then he also has a heat bar that, as you do certain moves, like it steadily goes up. And if he gets too hot, he overheats and like self bursts.
Yeah, it's like in Killer Instinct, one of Fulgore has like his meter automatically goes up, but if you do a combo, it'll spin, and that means it'll keep going up more.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was cool, because then you had to spend your pips of your meter, because and all of his like EXs would cost less because is cool. Killer Instinct is a cool game.
Yeah.
I think Killer Instinct is a game I like conceptually more than actually. It was like I like that every character was weird. Like you had the fire guy, who one of his specials was he would make one of your buttons, and if you pressed it, would deal white damage to you. So like he would burn your feet, and if you did kicks, you would start taking damage. But it would also make the flames go hotter. So you had to wait until it went away.
I think my favorite gimmick is the Omen Fireball.
Oh, the Omen Fireball that has like 50 variants that are random. And just maybe this one will come out. Get some of those best of best fireballs that's like a U. That was one of the, like, it was that fireball that like came out and then it came back low if you whiffed or something. Was that the best of best one?
I can't remember.
It was in one of those trash games. I remember Best of Best was also the game where like you had big moves where your character just got really large for reasons.
Yeah, Best of Best has the like he throws the boomerang at an up angle and then it just circles around and comes back low.
Yeah.
Kind of Basara has that in Samurai Showdown 2.
I remember one of them also had like the power wave that came back at Hadouken level, like if they jumped it. And I was like, that's a really strong move.
That's really good.
That game was trash. I love it. It was in turn. I think Jeff Gershman for a while used one of like the end quotes where it just said, "Victory is not always to the strong," as like the kind of bald guy, like not Hulk Hogan version of character of him. He just looks at him, kind of grimacing, and I was like, "That's that game." Anyway, what have you guys been up to lately?
We had to take the cats to the vet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just to get their like regular shots and make sure they're cleared for travel. Make sure they can get some sedatives for the trip.
Oh boy.
And then it turns out one of the cats is like anorexic and just doesn't eat. And so now she gets wet food twice a day.
Yeah, that happens.
And it's just so annoying because even when you give her wet food, you just have to pretend you're not looking at her. And she'll cautiously approach it and be like, oh, is this chicken or tuna? Oh, if this is tuna, no, thank you.
Whenever I feed Stinky the cat, I have to stand around next to her and basically put my hand underneath her chin for like the first 30 seconds to minute of eating so that she will have breaks and chews her food and swallows it. Because if I'm not there to like forcefully like prevent her from eating, she just puts her face in the food and eats like a pig until she throws up because she doesn't breathe. She's going and then throws up. I'm like, Kitty, I have to make sure you eat a little bit because you're not starving. You have your gut hanging there. Like, she's not fat, but that is not like a thin cat.
Listen, this is why you have a seasoned fat cat like I do. Where she gets excited and squalls every time you're making her wet food.
See, okay, the problem is the other cat, Dub, does that while we're getting Kitty's food ready because he's a healthy boy. He doesn't get wet food. So then whenever it's time to feed her, we just lock him in the bedroom for like 15, 20 minutes until Kitty has had time to eat. And it's just, but he's just downstairs yelling at us, being like, "Hey, oh, is that wet food? Is that for me? Oh, I'm just saying, I eat it. I'm right here.
I'm good at eating. I'm real good.
Yeah.
I eat all day. Let's go."
Drew, we have a better solution for that, which is to make sure Fatty doesn't eat the skinny cat's food. We put it up high where she can't jump.
The problem is, Dub isn't fat. He's just at a healthy weight.
Oh, he's
And,
like regular cat size.
Yeah, and there's also the issue of like, Kitty is definitely more acrobatic and will be like, "Oh, well, I just know I can jump up here." Dub doesn't know he can jump up places until he sees Kitty do it, and then he's like, "You know what? I bet I could do that."
Stinky the cat cannot jump. It has never
No.
been able to jump. However,
He's adorable.
her new
Pitiful.
tactic, which she has learned fairly within the last couple months, is if I do not wake up early enough to give her food, she will just shit on the floor. That's what she does. Like, I'll go in there and they'll just be, it's like, because this is not like, oh, she can't make it to the litter box. She can. She'll just, if she's upset, she will go over to the wall and just shit next to it and then look at
Yep.
you. And I'm like, oh. It's like, you
You
gotta
did
wake
this.
up earlier. You gotta
You
set
did
that
this.
you set that alarm to 9:30.
You think I wanted to do this? You made me.
You made me
You
do
forced
it.
my hand.
You
It's all
set
your
that alarm and you feed me precisely at 9:30 because, like, if it's earlier, I'm not gonna know you did it. Actually, no, if it's earlier, then at night, because of my 12-hour system, I'm gonna expect you to feed me at like 8 or whatever. So you can't like pre-do it. If it's later, it's just, it has to be 9:30 precisely.
Have you ever tried one of those football bats? It's like a little maze inside.
You robot and Drew.
Oh, no.
The robot has arrived. But yeah, I've heard about like those bowls that are like meant to design the cat to eat slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Mr. Stinky could actually do it. I think she would just not eat and then shit on the floor. So we have to use the current solution.
Podcasts are annoying.
Yeah. Man, like,
Oh god.
I am now, like, of Team Camp, I will not willingly get animals. I feel, because I don't think, I think the only animal that I've wanted and gotten was, like, my guinea pig. Or, like, I wanted the pet and then got the pet. Every other animal in my life was acquired and or given to me. Or it's like, nah, mom saw a border collie while you're away at scout camp, so you come back and now there's a dog.
I still want a dog. I just like have always like now just been in apartments, and it's like the dogs I want. That feels mean to force them into that situation.
I don't want a dog. I do not want a dog.
I'm taking care of like multiple dogs. So I would love a dog, but our apartment only takes cats right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle it.
Oh no, it's depending on what kind of dog you get, it might as well just be like either the same or less maintenance than a cat.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've taken care of dogs. Let's not get it twisted. I've taken care of dogs. I know how to deal with dogs. It's just, do I want to? And I think part of that is it's the kind of it's the nature of, do I want this of my own accord, or will the inevitable happen, which I fully expect, where it's going to be, all right, Kevin, this dog has shown up in your life. You're going to have to take care of it now. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, do I need to be open for the inevitable, here comes the dog that you have to now deal with?
Are you worried that you're going to get stuck in a turn and heat situation?
Yeah. Oh, I'm fully worried that, like, dog will arrive. Because that's what Stinky the cat is. I didn't want Stinky the cat. That's my sister's cat. And now I'm taking care of it. Because she left to, like, San Francisco and they can't have it. So, that's what happened. I'm fully expecting just, like, dog will arrive. From some manner.
Your mom's like, yeah, we can't take care of this anymore. You got to watch it now.
No, she already has farm dogs, so that's fine. She has 2 Pyrenees, well, 3 now, Pyrenees. 1 older one and 2 puppies that live in the barn.
Oh.
Because they need to defend the goats from coyotes.
Oh yeah, how's moving into your new place going?
The new place, which is just the old place, it's just my dad's house because they're trying to sell it. Maybe it needs someone there to justify keeping it around. Maybe, but yeah, that's actually it's going okay. I've had to cancel all of my, or like put in the cancellation date of all the utilities at the apartment, townhouse, whatever. That was fine, except fucking Spectrum. Spectrum's an asshole.
Yeah.
It took 30 minutes, roughly 15 of those I was on hold. And then the last one, they kept trying to sell me a Spectrum mobile plan. Which, it always bothers me because, like, well, at least this is me. I'm just saying you, not to describe other emotions, but just for me. I should just say I. That's the correct tact here. Is that I always get upset because I don't want to be angry at the person on the other line trying to sell me a Spectrum mobile plan because they're getting yelled at by their boss to do it. And they didn't come into work that day going, yo, I'm gonna be selling this guy who's trying to cancel his internet because he's moving Spectrum phone. But man, it bothers me. Oh, it just bothers me. Like, you want to tell those people, and you know, because it's not them, but you want to tell them, like, I've seen the fucking Spectrum bill gradually just go up over time.
And it's not like your service has improved.
No, if anything, it's gotten worse. And you expect me to do it for, like, a cell phone? You expect me to go like, oh, man, I wonder if their cell phone's going to be even better. It's just gonna...
Oh, man. I can't wait to not be able to call people because it's raining outside.
Yeah! Or it just loses connection every day or two for an hour. You know, your modem will just turn off. And it'll be like, oh, what happened? It goes, oh, hold on. Yeah, now it's connected again. You know, like 15 minutes. Just happens. Just that was upsetting. Everything else was easy. Power was easy. Apparently, the bank, I just was able to do that online. I didn't know I could. Like, I called up the lady, and the lady said, you know, you could just do this online. And then I said, okay, I'll just do that. That was an adventure. I had to get a new tire.
Extra fun.
Oh, yeah. The weird pricing on tires.
Tires are expensive. That tire was like $90.
Yep.
Because I don't know. Mentally, I thought one tire would be about like $30. I think that's like my brain was like, yeah, a tire's like 30, and then you get a set for like 100, you know, like 120. That's like tires, right? That's how much.
120 is like one good tire.
Where'd you go to get a tire?
I went to Larry's Tire.
Yep, that's where I recommend.
Yeah,
because they already have my information on file whenever I had to go there to get like a flat tire fixed in the past. But yeah,
they're also good about just replacing a tire if like one of them just goes flat randomly.
So what happened was I was filling up checking my tires with air because I had to drive to go help Drew pack next Saturday or this Saturday, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was doing my I got a better bet because I know one of my fears is having like a blowout on the interstate, and then I'm gonna be like, oh no, what do I do? Even though you just call like a tow truck, but like my brain is like, I do not want to be in that situation. So I was looking at like my tire, and I noticed the one on the front passenger side had no tread. Like it was worn down to like no tread on. I was like, oh. Uh-oh.
I can see all of Lincoln when I put him in here.
Yeah, it was one of those. I'm like, oh fuck, and like the edges were frayed, and you could see like the little metally bits coming out, like the fibers that the tire is woven of. I'm like, oh, this thing's like gonna collapse, and it made me think in the past of like I was noticing, you know, every so often it was like I wasn't having good traction when I was stopping at a start line. I'm like, it's like my car's like its traction's real bad. I don't know what's going on there. And like, yeah, because one of my tires is basically smooth. So I had to get that fixed. But the other tires looked fine. They had treads. All the way.
I had a similar, like a couple years back, situation where it's like, oh no, my front two tires are going bad. Like, you know, I've never really had to get tires before. Let me look around. Oh, there's this place called Discount Tires. Obviously, they're called Discount Tires. They'll be like really cheap, right?
Yeah.
You would hope.
You would hope. Until I roll in there, I'm like, hey, can you check my tires? I was like, oh, hey, I need like some new tires for like this specific.
Yeah, like for a
size.
truck.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, the size of it. They're like, okay, let's go outside and take a look at your car. I'm like, huh? He pulls out some sort of device, checks the treads, like, oh, Yeah, these are down real low. We're gonna have to get 4 new sets of tires. 4 brand new ones, bud. Is what I gotta tell you. Like, that's gonna be $600. I'm like, dude, I just need like.
Ooh!
I need.
No!
I'm like, look, I'm not paying $600 for 2 tires. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
He's like, oh hell, huh? I can help you out here. I'll give you 2 for $200. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Man, fucking tires.
Where did the extra $100 go? Doesn't that mean you should have gotten 4 for 400?
You'd think, right?
You would think.
What dark sorcery was that? I'm sure if you would have declined that, he'd be like, okay, I can get you some nice second-hand tires for, I can get you 2 for $150.
Yeah, like at this point, it's been like an hour, and I'm like, I just want to get home now. I don't care. That's good enough price. I'll do that.
That's how
Yep.
they get you.
Yup.
You just go, fuck, please. My tire. I just need to go.
So honestly, it's Larry's Tires is probably the best tire place around here. If you can't get to Larry's, just look for some sort of like cheap little tire place. They'll sell you a tire for like $10, and it'll last maybe like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Man,
Larry's also, I also try to go there for oil changes, you know, when I was up there, just to give them more local business.
Yeah.
Man, what's up
That's
with
pretty
grown-up shit costing more than you'd think?
Because they're still scaled on, like, the prices of yesteryear that people could afford.
But so at my dad's, we had to like cut down all those nasty trees that were in front of the house.
Yeah.
And it was like $1,000 to do it. And my brain's like, that's a lot. And then like getting the door painted and fixed was also like another $1,000. I'm like, but it's a door.
I'm telling you, I could buy a new door for this.
Doors are really expensive. Like, it's one of those things where, like, you don't think of a door as costing a lot. But they kind of do.
Yep.
Like, you go on fucking Home Depot, and, like, the cheap door is, like, $800.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Wait, I found an even cheaper door. It's, like, $400.
Then you just start looking at, well, what if I just got this piece of plywood?
Yeah,
Oh,
there we go. Or what if you got, like, the indoor door? The one that's not supposed to be used outside, and we just put it outside anyway.
Yeah. There's an awning. It'll be protected from
Listen,
the elements.
yeah, like I mean, the indoor one's like $100. Why don't we just put that one outside?
Yeah. I just put a plastic sheet over it. It'll be fine.
Oh man, I would be completely okay with being like the one house where you see like there's like a garbage bag over the door. And they're like, well, why you didn't use curtains? Like, yeah, just garbage bags. My house looks like some kind of snuff-filled murder mansion. It's like, no, why would I buy blinds when I can just put like duct tape and garbage bags? It looks fine.
You'd be surprised how many things in this house can't be fixed with duct tape and garbage bags.
Yeah, like that's the foundation. Yeah, you had a leak in the roof, and we just went onto the roof and put a big old thing of duct tape, garbage bagged it up. Problem
There we
solved.
go. Problem solved.
That's how you go.
All the neighbors are wondering, now, is that guy a weirdo? Or is he a serial killer?
And then you look at him straight in the eye and you tell him weirdo.
You see him, like, scurry outside to throw away his pack and quickly run back inside, like, oh, no, weirdo.
Oh, weirdo.
Okay, we're good.
You just spray paint on the garage. Go to youtube.com/Raylith, and then you'll figure it out. That will explain everything. Like, you may be wondering what's going on here, and then you click that and you go, oh, okay.
No, like you're right. Like there was a point where I was like, look, like, we need a new washer and dryer. It couldn't be anything more than I don't know, $200-300, right?
Yeah, that's what my brain says. Like a washer and like a washing machine should be like $300-400.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
Until you start searching, like, okay, no, never mind.
Yeah. Then you start wondering, like, wait, why the hell is this PlayStation as much as a washing machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I was living, my last place didn't have a washer dryer. They had some on the grounds, but I didn't want to go, and also I didn't want to have quarters regularly. So I just got this like little gravity drain washer that washes like half a load of laundry at a time, and then spin dries a quarter load of laundry at a time. And it was like, and that was like $100.
Laundry is awful.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go to the laundromat down the road because I'm actually saving money by doing this.
Hell yeah. Laundry is weird because like you see those dudes where they're like they wear the same clothes like every day, and you're mentally are going like, I would never be like that. But then when you're sitting at the laundry waiting for it to go, you go, but you know though.
I could be that.
Isn't that bad to be stinky?
Okay, Smash. You want to be a pro Smasher?
Well, no, I'm just you shout, like you have your clean clothes when you're going out. I'm just saying, like, around the house.
Well, Drew, that's different. First of all, their parents do their laundry for them. So
that's very true.
Yeah,
that's like, there's a difference between a lifestyle choice and, like, necessity. Like, the Smasher, because they're living at home and their parents are doing the stuff, that means that they're choosing to be stinky. Because there is a shower there. You don't need a shower for very long. You can shower for like 5 minutes.
Now, let me clarify. They live at home because they're children. That's the only reason I'm saying this. No other reason than that. I'm
saying like 35-year-old me who goes, you know what? Maybe I could be stinky today. Even though I do like to take a shower. Like, I don't personally like to be stinky.
Same.
Like, I've always found baths and showers relaxing.
But, I mean, you could also then just have house coat and pajama pants.
Oh, I do when it's just me, which has been for a while. I've just, when I'm out of my home, I'm in like the nasty pair of pajama pants and like the robe whenever it gets cold. I love bathrobes, man. Those are sick.
I kind of want to get to a point where I can just Tony Soprano it around my house, where it's just underwear, a wife beater, and like an open robe.
Oh man, that's my life. That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's how I'd like to live.
Yeah, you get your t-shirt. That's where you use your nasty old graphic tees that you wear or have acquired. It's like I'm walking around in my like Goku t-shirt with holes in it, and like my boxer shorts in like a bathrobe. Usually not the bathrobe whenever in like the summer because it's hot. But like in the winter, you put on that. Or you wear like your little felt shirt. You're like not felt. What is it? The warm clothes.
Long johns.
They have no. They have like those. But what's the shirt? Like
Thermals.
The lumberjack shirt.
Flannel.
Flannel. There you go. That's the one. You have like your flannel shirt. Your button-up flannel shirt that you don't button up. You kind of use like a jacket.
Yeah.
Then you get hot and you tie it around your waist.
Oh yeah, that's always cool. Oh man, okay. So, and this is I've always thought it was cool since of Yu-Gi-Oh, But whenever people have their jacket on their shoulders like a cape, I always think that's really cool. Because, like, that's what Yami Yugi would do. Is that just me?
Yeah. I don't know. They do it a lot in One Piece, and I like it.
Yeah, I like that the admirals do it.
Yeah, and like, someone wrote in asking Oda how they stay on their shoulders, and it's like, because it's justice and it doesn't fall.
Exactly. It's because it's cool. You could also just say, like double-sided tape. Put that in there.
All I can think of is that dumb Ben Shapiro picture where he has like that leather jacket hanging off his shoulders with a samurai sword.
Well, he never looks cool.
He's never looked cool.
He's
Even
never
when
looked
he's
cool in his life.
In like a cowboy hat, I'm like, wow, that looks like the least masculine thing I've ever seen.
Well, nah. I'm not going to masculine shame.
No, because like cowboy hats are supposed to be cool, and that's what cool cowboys wear.
Cowboy
But then
hats
you
are
see like
cool.
a little nerd wearing it, and you're like, wow, this kind of sucks.
That's because he's never been out. He's just shitty. Listen, you can't look cool and be shitty. That doesn't work like that. Because your shittiness overrides the coolness. That's just how it works. I mean, I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes.
Just comment on the rules.
Yeah. I went to the dump for like the first time in a while.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm having to be throwing away all of my garbage from both the apartment and the old house.
Yeah.
Like all the broken Gundam models and shit. So I've had to like go to the dump. The dump's pretty interesting. Like, it's just like a big old thing, and you throw all your trash bags in there, and then sometimes it'll like smash it. Yep. And then you go, okay. And then like you see, okay, so here's my pseudo. I don't know if this is illegal, but I do it anyway. Here's the crime. Here's my crime things. So like, because you acquire a lot of cardboard boxes, so you got to use those box cutters to like flatten them, you know?
Yeah.
And then I know you're supposed to take them to a dump, but sometimes you'll see a lot of those like dumpsters like behind a restaurant or somewhere that just says cardboard only. And I just put them in there.
Wow, what a bad boy.
Yeah, I'm a villain.
You're breaking down the boxes and everything, even.
Oh yeah, no, I am breaking down the boxes. Yeah, because they got to fit through that little slot.
You know the top opens.
No, I like putting them through the slot.
You see like Kevin getting out of his car, looking around to make sure the case is clear.
Oh, I did.
As he's putting in there, and then like an employee walks back there, sees him, and goes, "Oh, it's just cardboard boxes. That's fine."
Oh no, this was near like the barber shop place, because it's like there's like one just kind of near that sinkhole that's just for cardboard that I think is supposed to be used for all like the small businesses, and I just go there and dump my stuff there, my cardboard boxes there.
What's gonna be even funnier is when Kevin looks at a map and finds a recycling center even closer to his house than this place.
I checked and it isn't. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's actually kind of out of it's where the old Ford dealership, I think, where I bought like my car. So technically, but the one near like the Mahoney's kind of thing is just like a dumpster for cardboard, and it's in a parking lot, and it's really close. I just do that. I mean, I could also just break it down and throw it in the dumpster in my apartment, but like that one's always full.
Yep.
That's the one where one guy just threw it like a blanket and just threw the blanket on top of the dumpster. Like, not inside of it. It was like a nasty stained comforter blanket, and they just kind of tossed it on top of the thing.
Yep. No, that's all you need to do.
And then one person like popped the open of the dumpster and then put in their trash, but then closed it so like the trash was hanging outside of the dumpster. Like it felt like it took more effort to do this than just throw it inside of the thing. I felt that was a personal attack.
Other people that live near you in your apartment suck.
Oh, they're terrible. One guy just threw out like a treadmill next to the dumpster. It's been there for like a year. It's like a broken treadmill. And my brain wants to get rid of it, but like, it's not my treadmill.
Yeah, it's not your problem for long.
No. The only thing I have done is there was one day where they just left garbage on the, like food garbage on the floor, and I saw like cats eating out of it, so I had to put on my gloves and throw that one into the dumpster because I'm not going to let cats eat out of garbage.
Gross.
But that was the one time I did it.
We just like related. I think it was after we came back. I can't remember where we had gone, but like we had stayed overnight, and when we got back, her neighbors had just moved like earlier that week, and when we got back there was like an empty pizza box and then a separate bag that was like a styrofoam container full of hot wings and a receipt, and it's like, oh, I bet her neighbors like ordered delivery and didn't update their address.
Uh-oh.
And so like something ate the pizza because it could easily open the box and get to it, but couldn't get to the hot wings. And I don't know, like, if I feel worse for them or for the animal not being able to get the hot wings. You're like, I can smell them.
Is it bad that like part of my brain, the instinctual lizard part, like maybe those hot wings are still good though?
No, because that's where my brain went first. I was like, no, Kelsey's right here. I can't open these.
I can't. I'm not even the check. I guess your brain's like, well, maybe though.
Yeah.
Maybe though. Like you don't know how long they've been there or what's gone. But like, one of them could be good.
Yeah.
She's like, ooh, yeah, that's probably gross. We should throw it out. And you're like, yeah, I'll take care of it.
You say I'll take care of it as you put on your hot wings little bib.
Yeah.
Oh, these will be taken care of. Don't you?
Oh, they'll be gone in no time.
Mm. That's the problem. The animal. There's always the animal that lurks within. Sometimes the animal wins.
Oh, do we need to talk about Space Jam this week?
Oh.
Honestly, I kind of don't want to talk about that movie at all.
All right, we'll let it go.
Okay.
I'll give it a little quick thing to it. It sucks. It's not good. That's it.
Okay.
Ah.
I think the best thing was that hard drive article, or maybe it was Onion, where it says ad block has blocked Space Jam because it's an ad.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like the entirety of the movie just says skip ad. But yeah.
Honestly, that's correct. I can't even say it's worth watching.
There's like shit on my list that I would watch, but I've just been playing Final Fantasy. Like,
Oh yeah, that's having some Dark Knight fun.
oh, that was great. And then I realized that I'd have to like level up a Dark Knight, and I couldn't do that quickly on stream. So like that's gonna have to be like I did the first quest. It was really cool, but then it was because they basically the intro of the Dark Knight is they just read you like they describe the Dark Knight as just guts, even saying he swinging around some slab of metal that could loosely be described as sword, and then the darkness was overtaking him, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And then you do a quest where like your inner darkness is telling you to like, nah, just do justice. Who cares? Like, these Templar dudes, they took away some girl. Just go in there and kill them. Just do it. And it's great. And you're like, okay. I love the darkness. But then, like, I had to level up, so I didn't do that. And instead, I had to do a murder mystery. And I failed the quest on stream because I didn't find all the evidence.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we solved sort of the problem. Because basically, all the evidence I found was that the guy did not steal the secret thing because no one had evidence of him other than circumstantial that he did a crime once in, like, his past. And I'm like, that you can't convict someone on that. And they're like, okay. And then I got the reward. But yeah, I've just been doing that. Because, like, I'd want to see the He-Man show. I want to know what's going on there. And I want to watch Beastar Season 2.
I saw that. It's still really good. But I haven't finished it yet.
But I've just been on Final Fantasy time. Also, Teamfight Tactics released a new set. That's been I've been experimenting with that a little bit.
Oh yeah, you said last week you talked about all tomorrows, but did you want to talk about the Tomorrow War?
Oh fuck the Tomorrow War. I was gonna go on a big screed about how that movie sucks and I hated it.
Oh, it's the worst.
I mean, I kind of could tell that just from the trailer.
Well, I thought it was going to be like... I expected that movie to be like decent sci-fi with some Chris Pratt and he shoots some people. But that movie has like no themes. That movie has zero themes.
That movie's 2 hours long, and at the hour mark, you're pretty sure the movie's over. But
I thought...
it keeps going.
Yeah, well, the movie... I have never seen a movie, at least in recent memory, set up so many plot points only to ignore them because it's dumb. Like, the movie tricked me into thinking it might have been smart or subtle at many times during the runtime. Spoilers for the Tomorrow War on Amazon Prime.
No one cares about this movie.
I'm just saying, but like, I kept thinking that it had a point or a thing because it felt like the movie must have been rewritten like 5 or 6 times. Because it has that feeling where there's like I see plot threads being established deliberately and then ignored. Like, I thought that the Tomorrow War was fake. Because to me, it ran really fake. Because it was so stupid. Of like, they came here, they were drafting like random middle-aged to old people, and then giving to fight alien monsters with guns that didn't work. So my brain was like, okay, this is clearly fake. Right? It's clearly fake.
It's some sort of ploy where the people coming back are the real aliens or some shit.
Yeah, or they're feeding someone, or because why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense. And why we're like when they were in the thing, they just had like fighter jets scramble to kill all the other stuff, which made me think like, okay, they're not actually time traveling. They're like, or maybe not as far as you'd think, or something. But whatever.
Yeah. Also, why is your time travel plan just to get more bodies and not to, I don't know, tell them to invest in this kind of stuff to help, like, lay the groundwork to fight these aliens?
Oh, Drew, at some point, when he goes back in time, they make the weapon that can kill all the aliens, and he takes it back with him to the past.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because nobody starts prepping.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they make this like poison for the aliens that's supposed to kill all of them in the future. So that's the whole point, is that in the future they develop the poison and then they're going to send it back to the past and then stop all the aliens. But when they finally go to the alien ship, which has been on Earth all along in like a glacier, and it's only getting now because of like global warming, and you'd think that would be like a theme maybe, but no, it's just kind of there. Like I thought that was going to be like the whole metaphor of like, oh, here's this apocalypse in the future, and now we're making the old kind of middle-aged people have to go to the future that they would normally be encumbered by because, you know, it's like 50 years in the future. You're not going to be around. But now, at like, you're like 40 to 50, now you are around. You got to see what the horror you've wrought. I thought that was going to be the movie, but no. But anyway, they go to like the alien ship, and then they just put bombs in it and blow it up. So like the whole toxin was pointless. Like completely pointless. You built like the anti-alien poison, and your solution was we just blew them up with a bomb.
Oh yeah, I forgot. At some point they started producing the poison and they just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And everyone's writing because like, oh no, the future's destroyed. It's like, no, we got the poison. It's all right. But they won't tell the public that for some reason.
Yeah. And they just won't do anything with it. And the government that has the poison, the anti-alien poison, just says, nah, though.
I know you're doing a thing that might stop the aliens from ever coming, but nah, we're good.
No, we're good. But it's like, you feel like that apathy is supposed to be part of the theme, but it's not, because the actual theme of the movie is about being with your family. So one of the things that fucking bothers me is that, okay, so like, you see Chris Pratt and his family, and I would say he is like an excellent dad in person. Like, you see him be nice with his wife, understanding, and has like a really good relationship with his daughter. Like, you see he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
And then he goes so he gets drafted for the future war. He goes to the future and he meets his grown-up daughter, because of course he would. Like, that's obvious. And his grown-up daughter basically tells Chris Pratt that, like, in 7 years he becomes really shitty and awful. And that it's his fault that their family broke away. And Chris Pratt's kind of confused. And I was also confused because none of that was making any sense at all. Like, she's basically saying, you become a shitty dad. And he's like, but I'm not a shitty dad. He didn't have anything that was bad.
Yeah, there's no actual signs of that. It's just like, yeah, you're just going to. At some point, you just, like, get really shitty.
Like, yeah, at some point, you and mom, like, break up, and then you go on, like, a drinking binge, and then you abandon the family.
So also, don't forget, that's what Chris Pratt's dad did to him originally.
Yeah, because that's what Chris Pratt's dad did to him, and he was upset by it. Because Chris Pratt's dad had, like, Vietnam War trauma. And you're like... And then you would also think, like, oh, is the movie going to do something where, like, because Chris Pratt was in the military and his dad was in the military, are they going to have, like, some kind of PTSD? And that's what's going to, like, they're going to learn to understand. And, like, regular people being sent to fight the aliens, is it going to be, like, about, no, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Look, don't worry. J.K. Simmons and Chris Pratt fight the alien for, like, 30 minutes on a snowy hill.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Also, and they don't use the poison that kills them either. They just kind of stab the alien and then shoot it in the eyeballs.
Good.
And once it's dying and dead, then they stab it with the poison.
Yeah. And then it kind of then it melts.
Yeah, it melts.
Although it did do the cool thing. So even though this movie's dumb, it does have some cool parts. And one of them is where they stab, like, the queen alien with the poison, and you can see it, like, going up the alien's arm, and then the alien just bites off its own arm, and then keeps attacking them. I like that part, because they're like, oh, shit. And it...
So the reason they have to make the poison is because the poison that they have only kills the male, but not the female, so the queen.
Yeah. Which you think would actually work. Because if you kill half of a breeding population, the other half isn't just going to keep going.
That's how it worked in Jurassic Park, Kevin.
Well, that's nature. That's because that was the theme of that movie where man was trying to play God, or this movie
Oh, so now you want themes in your movies.
I do want theme. I either want my movies to have themes or be really cool, and this movie was neither.
No, Kevin, you want your movie to have one thing that's really good out, not 5 things that doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah, that's correct. I do want like a consistent theme. Like I watched The Color of Money, and the theme of The Color of Money is you can't be the best and a hustler at the same time. Because the best can't hustle. They can't do it.
To hustle. I mean, I guess that's true. Like, to be the best, it means you occasionally have to take a dive, so that way you can keep hustling.
Yeah, like a hustler is going to lose and then win at the very end because that's the point. But the best, the one that wants to be the best, is like, I can't lose, then I'm not the best. And that's the whole.
I just never lose.
That's the whole. Yeah. That's the dynamic of that. But this movie, Tomorrow War, doesn't have that theme. The action isn't very good. The aliens look like Dead Space, kinda. Like Dead Space Zerg. The plot makes no sense.
I forgot the other stupid part where they're training them to shoot the aliens, but they never, at no point, tell them where their weak spots are or how to shoot them.
Yeah, that's what made me think that the whole thing was a trap.
Yeah. Like when they pull the file, it's like, oh, he's going to be dead in like X amount of years. I'm like, they might be trying to trick people.
Yeah, I thought that was a ploy. I thought that entire movie was a ploy. All right, Drew has to go. Bye, Drew.
Later days.
We're just gonna finish talking about the Tomorrow War, then be over. Anyway, yeah. So like, cause remember in that movie they explicitly talk about that one dude who's like, that's just like a chef wearing a flak jacket. And that made me think, okay, they're just being sent there to die.
Like, there's a plot where it's like, okay, we gotta get back at the old people.
Yeah.
For what they did.
Or we need to harvest them for something. Or like blood sport or something.
Taking out the people to make the future better.
Yeah. I also thought that it was going to be that Chris Pratt and or his daughter was going to be the cause of the aliens, and they weren't actually aliens. Because they kept talking about, like, genetics with, like, both of them and viruses and shit. I thought, like, one of them would have caused the Tomorrow War, but no.
I thought what was going to be is Chris Pratt trying to stop it accidentally creates it.
That's what I thought, like, when he was coming back and he was, like, shell-shocked, I thought that was what's going to make the aliens. Or, because he was like, oh, they created it. But no, it was just global warming. It was global warming all along. It also made sense, like, if you knew it was that they were breaking out of the ice, wouldn't that have been like, you said, like, hey, like, we found the alien ship. I did like that they explained that the aliens were, like, a cargo species from smarter aliens. Which is why they were, like, dumb. Like, animals. I also kind of I thought the movie was going to go more into Chris Pratt going back and forth in time to solve problems.
I thought at some point aliens would have something to do with time travel. Doesn't. Which is also weird.
I did too, because they made an explicit point of saying they just showed up one day. Which made me think that the aliens used the time travel to go back in time. Also, how smart were the aliens? Because you remember, like, when they were finding the alien poison and the queen was in there, and then she looks at them hold up that one specific vial, and then she did her alien roar and brought all the other aliens there?
Yeah. It doesn't explain it. Either they're really smart or they're really dumb.
Yeah, like, the aliens are as smart or as dumb as the plot precise. But I thought, because to me, what I was thinking is, oh, that's like, the alien this was their ploy. Because they knew that they were developing something, so they were late in it, and then she sees it and goes, roar, time to attack, or now it's time to send myself back in time. But whatever. That movie's not great.
Is there anything you're like wanting to see or do this weekend?
I think Psycho Gorman's on my list. I want to watch it. Unless I see something else. Like that's
Kevin, watch everyone, man. That movie's great.
that's on my list of film I want to see. I also want to see Jason Statham in the armored car, but that movie's been like $20, and I don't want to pay $20 for it. I'll pay like $5.
Yeah, so I got a $5 ticket to the new Snake Eyes, so that's what I want to be seeing.
Ooh, that looks good. I've been a fan of the G.I. Joe movies. They're not good, but I like them.
I think I like the second one better because it's just dumb action.
Well, yeah, like I think like the first one's kind of like stupid bad, but the second one is just dumb. But there's like something happening every 10 minutes, and I really like it. I like the ninja stuff, and it feels like the ninja stuff's being expanded upon in Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I want more Ninja Assassin. That's really what I want.
Yeah, I liked the movie Ninja Assassin. Like it's that kind of it's I like that movie in the kind of I saw it on like a streaming service on like a Saturday night, and then I watched it. I'm all like, that's pretty good. It's not like cinema or like it sticks with me and I roll it around in my brain. I'm like, oh, the ninjas fought. Anyway, you got anything else to chat about?
Stars this week, and I'll probably give you like a little spoiler-free rundown. And I'm gonna try to watch the show. Movie.
I want to watch that Monster Hunter movie that looks like Shrek, like that PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation 2 one.
I'm curious. There is a bunch of shit about Blizzard that upsets me, but I don't think I have the time to go into it, other than sexual harassment is very bad, and when your workplace culture is shitty, everything gets shitty.
No, what's the hard drive article?
Fraternities upset being compared to Blizzard.
Fraternities having Blizzard /Activision like policies in place in the workplace.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all for me.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this one.
Anyway, have a good one. We mostly talked about adult, not video game shit. That means it's a good podcast.
That means we have range.
Yep. Bye!
Bye.